Okay, in this lesson we're going to create a sandwich shop website, and we're going to do that using the standard examples that Bootstrap provides us in the Bootstrap website, and then we'll see how all the components work together. The first thing we have to do is get our pages correct. So I have a text file that has two different ways for you to do it. One is one is using this one, and this one will use the remote server. So when the page loads, it'll go out and grab these files, the CSS and JavaScript files, from the closest server to where a person is requesting them from, and it's not a bad way to go. Another way is if you go ahead and load Bootstrap onto your server. So if you do that, you're going to need these three folders, and I have a link in the notes to the zip file where you can unzip and then have these three folders sitting on the server, and then you would upload that and expand it on your server where you're going to put your pages. So either way you want to go is fine. You can argue back and forth which way would be faster. Since I already have these folders, I'm going to go ahead and use the second section. Whoops. All right, so I'm going to use this bottom part. So using Bootstrap from your server. So it already has the doc type and all that. So let's go ahead and move up a little bit more. Okay, I cannot. All right, so we're going to start from here, doc type HTML. And then I'm going to bring it all the way down. That's going to be my head section. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. Go back to Sublime Text. And I'm going to paste it in. So there's my head section, and it already has the viewport where I'm going to, it's going to monitor the size of the screen and then change the elements depending on the screen size. So the only other parts I have to have is I have to have a body section. So I'll just type body and hit tab and then move that down. And then the last thing I need to have is a closing HTML tag /HTML. Okay, now we're all properly formatted. Now within the Bootstrap, there's animated qualities, so such as clicking on something and having a drop-down menu, which is what we're going to use in this episode. So we need to go back to the text file and grab these three scripts. So at the it shows here at the very bottom, I'm going to grab these three scripts, and what it's going to do, it's going to run the these three minimized JavaScript files and a jQuery file so that they're already loaded and ready to go. Mentions here putting it at the end of the page. We do it at the end of the page so that the page loads quickly, and then while people are looking at the page, the rest of these scripts can go ahead and run. So let's go ahead and copy these. And what we'll do is we'll put these right above our closed body. Great. All right, so now we have everything we need. We can start moving the rest of this down because we don't need any of that bottom part now. So we're going to be using a template in Bootstrap. So if we go to the Bootstrap site, okay, so here's Bootstrap. Okay, and we go into the components section. And I can't show the whole thing on the screen. All right, so then we scroll down. Actually, if we move this over. Come on now. There it goes. It's going to show us all the different things that we can do. So the first thing we're going to put on our page is a Navbar. So I'm going to click on the Navbar section. And then I'm going to scroll down. So let me move this back over again. Come on, where's my scroll bars? There it is. Okay, so let's go scroll down a little bit. All right, so this is the Navbar we're going to put on our screen. It looks a little bit different because it's because of the small screen. It's already put this on, but it'll have a bunch of navigation stuff on here. And let me go ahead and expand it again. Problem with my small screen is that we're missing some stuff. All right, so now let's go back up again. All righty, and I've lost it. All right. All right, so there's our nav bar. So let's click on that and go back to where we're supposed to be. Okay, then I'll scroll down. All right, so what I'm going to do is this little copy button here. I'm going to go ahead and copy this. And when I click on it, it's going to copy it to clipboard. Then I'm going to go back to Sublime. And here's my page. Now first let's go ahead and save it. So I'm going to do File, Save. All right, I'm going to put this into a folder called Bootstrap Lesson. You can call it whatever you want. Bootstrap Lesson might be good. Disregard this stuff. That's just extra stuff for me to use for this lesson. You don't need a stuff folder. Okay, and I'm going to call this sandwich shop.html. And then I'm going to go ahead and save the page. So what we need to for this is to go ahead and place that navigation into the body section. So what I'm going to do, so we don't have so much space at the end, I'm going to go ahead and go into my body here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and paste in what we just copied. All right, so this is the entire navigation section, and then we'll just go ahead and edit it for our own. So we'll just do File and Save. And then we'll go into that page. So there's our HTML, and we'll take a look at it in Chrome. Okay, it's loading. And it's loading. All right, so there it is. All right, so this is it. And you can see that it has a bunch of components on the top here, on both the right and left. We're going to go ahead and get rid of these two and then move this over. But if I shrink it down, at a certain point we'll lose all those. So now, there it goes. And you can see that now we have this kind of menu. So when a person clicks on this, they get all the same navigation structure. It's pretty nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and also the drop downs, because the script all works. So if we click on that, you can see that they've given us some default, and we can go ahead and edit these for our own site. All right, so that's a great first start, and this ends this.